Jeremy Corbyn, 251,000.
It was a landslide, even bigger than Tony Blair's result when he won the leadership 21 years ago. And it marks a victory for everything Tony Blair tried to bury. On economy, foreign affairs, defence, on party positioning, Labour has reinvented itself. Jeremy Corbyn, the antithesis of Tony Blair, now leads his party.
I say thank you in advance to us all working together to achieve great victories, not just electorally for Labour, but emotionally for the whole of our society, to show we don't have to be unequal, it doesn't have to be unfair, poverty isn't inevitable, things can and they will change. Thank you very much.
There's to be a general election.
I welcome the opportunity for us to put the case to the people of Britain to stand up against this government and its failed economic agenda, which has left our NHS in problems, which has left our schools underfunded, which has left so many people uncertain. We want to put a case out there for the people of Britain of a society that cares for all, an economy that works for all, and a Brexit that works for all.
Way ahead in the polls, Theresa May calls a snap general election for June the 8th.
I have just chaired a meeting of the Cabinet where we agreed that the government should call a general election to be held on the 8th of June.
It's pissing down outside. We've got Theresa May's manifesto. Have you seen it? It's an utter disgrace, telling pensioners, you can keep your home, but when you're dead, it's mine. Basically, Theresa May's Tories, her manifesto, do you know what it is? It's a mugging. Beating up the elderly and giving them a good kicking and nicking their life savings. You know, I'm 52 years old. I'm 52. And tomorrow, for the first time in my life, I'm going to vote. Can you imagine that? I've never voted before, ever. Why are you voting now then? Because of Jeremy Corbyn. Because for the first time in my life, I actually believe that things can change. I believe in politics. I believe in something that we have a chance. I believe in his manifesto of hope.
He lost, but returned to Labour HQ like a conquering hero. Jeremy Corbyn had defied the pollsters, the pundits, and most of his MPs. They prevented the much predicted Tory landslide and instead notched up some extraordinary gains.
In a candid interview with the BBC, Theresa May has said she shed a little tear on hearing of the exit poll on election night, predicting that she'd lost her Conservative majority that she'd inherited from David Cameron. She said she'd known the campaign hadn't been going, in her words, perfectly, and said she felt devastated on hearing the result.
At the Momentum party last night, they celebrated the left-wing group's using of social media to boost youth turnout to an estimated 72%.
Everyone else is nicking stuff, so why can't I? It's right that Parliament has the first say. But if we need to break the impasse, our options must include campaigning for a public vote, and nobody is ruling out Remain as an option.
British politics has at times felt like a game during the past few years, albeit one with no winners. Hartlepool has been a Labour town for more than half a century, but 7 out of 10 people here voted to leave the EU in the 2016 referendum. And the Brexit Party has made this a target seat. And now long-held political loyalties are being cast aside.
People don't believe in Labour now. They won't vote Labour because a majority of Hartlepool you speak to want to get out.
There'll be a toss-up between Conservative and Brexit because it's time we left Europe.
Got to vote, and it doesn't mean nothing. Because if they don't like it in the House of Commons, we'll have to go and vote again till they get the answer what they want.
Many here are disillusioned with politics altogether, and for good reason. For years, successive governments have been accused of doing little to help towns like Hartlepool. There is still big business, but decades of deindustrialisation have led to high levels of unemployment.
Our exit poll is suggesting that there will be a Conservative majority when all the votes are counted after this election of December 2019. The Conservatives on 368 seats and Labour way down on 191. Now, on those figures, we are looking at a Conservative majority of 86.
People are frightened by the strangeness, anxious about what will happen next. And we have to remember that every number is a family shaken to its foundation.
So this former Tesco delivery driver has hauled himself here, one of many new faces in a place no one wants to find themselves.
You have like a key worker or a social worker or anything?
Well, I'm supposed to, but I ain't seen none of them. The reason I came here because I was in a rehabilitation unit, amputation rehabilitation unit, but at the corona they needed their beds, so they just put me in a temporary accommodation.
Are you able to get enough food to eat as much as you would like to be able to eat?
No, not really, no, definitely not.
OK, so that's the result in for Hartlepool. John Craig's still there for us. A significant defeat for Labour goes without saying, doesn't it, John?
It's a majority of just under 7,000. The Tories will be delighted by that. They haven't just scraped home here, they've won convincingly.